Hello, my name is Ilse and I would like to share with you my final composition. To create this composition and make it look unified as a whole, I use the same shapes for the representation of each of the design's principles, which in this case are rectangles that have the same colors and textures, as well as the use of margins, models, columns, and rows to have consistency and unity as a whole. Having four aligned rectangles in the center of the composition make us see and create the illusion of having a big rectangle, which can be referred to as the union of these four quadrants, and this could be a starting point of view, and from there to observe each quadrant in more detail. I would like to start by explaining the lower left quadrant, which represents the principle of balance. In this quadrant, we can see that the type of balance is formal, which means that it has a symmetrical balance horizontally and vertically. To obtain this type of balance, I use grid and white spaces, which help me achieve a strong structure, symmetry, and a cleaner style. Continuing with the upper left quadrant, we can observe the principle of scale and proportion, which has different sizes of rectangles creating variety as well as creating a visual hierarchy, since the rectangles with larger sizes call us more our attention compared to the small ones that provide us with more white space. However, it continues to project balance and unity as a whole. Guiding our eyes to the upper right quadrant, we can identify emphasis, creating a point of attention through contrast, in this case being one of the rectangles with a different color from the others. In this last quadrant, we can observe the principle of rhythm in action. The rectangles forming a spiral create an effect of movement and distance as our eyes take us from the center of the composition along the curve of the spiral. This creates a sense of harmony and flow. Knowing a little more about this composition, we can talk about the Gestalt principles that were implemented. We can see that there is similarity in each of the elements of the composition through the shapes and colors. These make us perceive that each of the quadrants is more related to be able to see as a whole. In addition, we can identify another principle, which is enclosure, through the groups of rectangles that refer to each of the quadrants. Thank you.